Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You see me in my workshop yet again. This time though I'm going to start a new fuselage. There's a clue for you. It's not a whole aeroplane. I'm just redesigning the fuselage for the 1.5 times bigger Vinci flyer. If you remember the one with the green wing and ailerons, this is going to form the basis of the model, along with this. Surprise, a Vinci flyer tailplane. The difference with this fuselage is it's going to be a low winger tail dragger based incredibly loosely on our favourite aeroplane, the Spitfire. I say incredibly loosely because the Spitfire didn't have a V-tail, but it did have a low wing, but it wasn't bat shaped. But never mind. Details. This is the Batfire, as I've christened it. The fuselage, I'll show you in a minute, is vintagey looking in appearance. It's open cockpit. I just fancy the word Batfire. I think it's great. So let me show you what I've bought. 3 sheets of 1/8 balsa to get me going. Some servos, propellers, motor. The motors are 3536. 3536/05. 1500 kV, which is the same motor I had in the other big Vinci, and it's got loads of power. It'll pull it up at that angle, which is going to look great on this model being a low winger. Now, one more time, charging some batteries. So let me show you what I've got so far. I have this rather spectacular looking fuselage. Open cockpit, as I said, behind the wing, although the wing, this is the root, but the root, if you remember, is quite a bit smaller. The wing is actually about that size. So slab sided, slab bottom. Top I'm not sure of yet. I've just drawn the formers up to the break line of the fuselage. It might be rounded, might be squared off. Squared off, easier to make, quicker. And to be honest, it looks a little bit more cruder, which is, the whole aeroplane's pretty crude, so I might go with that. Just got a simple skid on the tail here, look, simple skid, and then towards the nose I've got just pinches in 1/4 inch F1 ply doublers here, 1/16 banded on wing. Not quite sure about this undercarriage block, because on my other Vinci fly the undercarriage is right on the nose, but that looks okay for that. But I think it's got to be, it might move, I might move it further forward a little bit because I've got the dowel going through there. The dowel could go through the plywood block, or even I can make those 2 plates slightly short. Actually, I think could make those top ones slightly short. We'll see. Anyway, so this is the fuselage. I'm going to start by putting it up to the window and pin pricking out the shape. Then I'll come back to you and we'll see. I'll probably come back to you when I've got all the bits and we can start assembling it. But on the computer, it's so easy. I mean, I've actually been drawing this for the last couple of weeks. Keep coming back to it, going away, coming back to it. But I think I'm finally happy with the shape now. In fact, I'm very happy with the shape. How about making it sticks down the back and open framework, whereas the other one is open framework. This would be a very square construction. It's an idea, isn't it? It could look really good. And that being the case, of course, I need to decide, because I don't need to cut the 1/8 balsa any further than here. Then I could have 1/4 inch balsa, maybe going as far as F4 here, solid wood between, and then some uprights and some lovely diagonals. I quite like the idea of that. And if I have that like that open, then I can have excuse me, I can have either curved or 3-sided formers on the top and put stringers down. They've only got to go to there. That would look really, really nice. Oh, You think you've got a model all designed in your head, and then you go and do that cliff. Yes, a bit more work, of course, but it's just going to look fantastic. It's going to look fantastic with the wing. So let's get the pencil out a minute, just draw a couple of bits in. So if I say quarter inch, where are we going to go from there? Quarter inch from there, say to there. Let's just draw that in. To there. Going on down the back. That one there. This here is going to be quarter inch square. Up there. Quarter inch. Like that. Going all the way to the back. And then this piece of balsa will go drop down like that to that, as far as that former, because this former is going to stay, because this is like forms the back of the cockpit, and from there backwards it'll just be built up. So the balsa will come down there like that to there, and then across, and then a quarter inch will go into the balsa like that, and that will tie those together. And then I'll have diagonals going up, down, up. It's quite long, isn't it? Well, quarter inch cross pieces going across. There, there, there. I can think about that later. The thing is, at the moment, I need to get this fuselage sides cut out, and then I'll use those to draw around to cut out the plied doublers. All right, guys, see you back in a minute. Right, a total change of plan here, guys. I've decided to do the fuselage diagonals right up under the cockpit, so therefore I only need a piece of balsa that shape. Then I'm going to have quarter inch square top and bottom longerons, and then quarter inch square diagonals, and I'll work their way back. So this is my new shape for the fuselage sides. So I'm just cutting the wing shape out, just connecting up the pinpricks. Holding the blade as vertical as possible, because it's going to affect how the wing sits, well, to a small extent. I'll just saw that one up, I think. Okay, that's the wing section. So there we are. I've just got to cut out another one of those and a piece of 16th ply, so the same shape. I've marked the position of the formers on there because it makes life so much easier when you come to glue them in. The rear former actually is going to go, let's just mark that one from there. There to there, like that. It's F5, I think. The reason I've done this bit sticking out is because it encompasses the position for the rear dowel. and then I might have a doubler on the inside of that. So I think I'm going to end the plywood here at that former, because on this far side of that former, because I'm not sure how much the fuselage starts curving from here, and I'm not sure how much give the plywood's going to have. So I'll just rely on the balsa turning in there. Okay, so just thought I'd show you that. So now I'm going to cut out the other sides, and I've got to get those glued up and weighted down, probably overnight. So okay, here we are. One port side, glue this side. I'm going to glue that on there, and likewise with the starboard one, glue that on there, and then we'll be good to start measuring some formers and getting them in, make up a box, and away we go. So glue. I've still got a bit of aliphatic resin glue, and then I'm going to try, by the same manufacturer, Speed Bond. It says 5-minute fast grab, but this says fast grab 10. I want to have more than 5 minutes anyway to get this lot working, so I'm going to I'll put the glue on the plywood. Should have taken up cake icing. Maybe not. Some areas I want to make sure they're really well done. That's down there. All the edges really. One wouldn't want it to delaminate. Okay, looking good. Let's drop that on there. I could either peg it all around, but I think it's more important to weight it down, I think, and then it guarantees it's stuck in the middle, doesn't it? Stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, for a minute I thought I had the wrong side glued there, just had to check. It'd be very easy to make two from the same side, wouldn't it? That's right. Just checking again. It's like somebody making a wing for the same side. You do that, eh? We'll weigh that down, guys, and come back to it, possibly tonight or possibly tomorrow. Lots of weights. I'll weigh it down with a bit of wood on the top and come back to you later. Wood is dry. Been weighted down overnight, so I've got a pair of those. So I've just pinned this one down onto the board. I've pinned down this over the plan, and I've got a couple of strips of 1/4 inch, because that's going to butt into there like that. Let me put that in there like that. And pop a pin. Hold it in nice and tight there like that. Put the pin in about there, like that. Okay, that's one in. That one for the other side. So I'm going to run this one in here all the way down to the end, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I need a tailplane support piece. Let's just cut this off over length. It should be in the same angle as that. I'm going to cut that and glue that in there with an overlap, make it nice and strong, and this will form my tailplane support piece. Now this bit here already tapered on the end. Oh, the joys of making a model aeroplane. The joy. Oh, the joy, Cliff. Okay. End grain. Load up a bit of glue on it. Soak in a bit. What I can do, just move that one out. Save scraping the glue off and put that back in like that. Now if this had a standard tail, this would be the hinge post for the rudder lower hinge. That's better. That completes the back end there. So now I have the rather pleasant task of putting in the diagonals. The diagonals aren't drawn on the plan because I've just changed the plan. So I'm going to make it up as I go along. These bits here go to there. Roughly I'm going to take it to where the formers are. I'm just going to go across there. And then this one is going to strike up to there, down to there, and up to there. That's all it's going to be. By the time the formers go in, and I've got a string at the top, that's going to look absolutely amazing. Oh, I can see it now. With this one here, one bit has to be whole and one bit has to be in two bits. You'll find that angle is going to be the same as that side now, so angles are good. Let's just pop that back on there, make sure that's absolutely straight. There we are. Those pins are all in one long straight line, so I can put that up there and pop a pin in there. I know that's straight. Push that in there, put that there, put that into there. Lovely. It's the first piece in, diagonal. Now I'm going to leave these short pieces, or at least that short piece, just in case I have a short offcut. I'll tell you what, let's rearrange things again. Think about it. I could have uprights. Instead of formers, and then instead of formers I'll just do a cross, 1/4 inch cross like that. I think that might be better actually. Sometimes, see, this is a prototype after all, so I can redraw the construction and get it just how I like it. Actually thinking about it still, putting up right there. That being the case, ideally I really want to try and cut that there. See if I can do it. I don't want to have to take it off. It's a fairly sharp scalpel. There we go. I know some of you said you enjoy listening to my commentary as I go, as I'm sort of working things out. It's nothing, I'm not doing anything special, it's just standard sort of construction, just modifying it to fit different shapes really. I'll show you a little thing I just didn't mention. Put a little indent with the scalpel tip, just so as I know, because I'm working on angles here, I don't want to put it in upside down or anything, so by putting that little divot in I can make sure I get back to the same side every time. The other thing I'm doing is I'm just sanding with the block, put that off the ground because it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and just hold it like that, and it has to be square. Just keep sanding away till it's a snug fit. Again, because it's end grain, pump a bit on there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in there like that, and then take it out and put that in that side and put it down. The reason I do that is because instead of scraping all the glue off as it goes in, I'm basically pushing it into the glue that I've just wiped in. A little bit of bounce there, so we'll put a diagonal one in there. I'm pushing it in sort of into the wood as I go in, and it's not really, oh yeah, there we go. It's important to keep things flat. So that's how it's done, guys. I'm just going to keep working my way down now. Look. The angle's changed now because it's a longer run, although that angle there probably is the same as that one there. Put it in from that end in case I have a bit left over I can put in there. So I'm going to continue on my way down, and I'll be back. I'll be back as soon as it's done, really. Okay, guys, that is it. We've got one side on the building board drying. So when that's dry, I'll pull it off, build the other side, and then we'll look at getting certainly some formers in the front here, and getting it squared up, building it top over the plan like that, and all will be good. Okay, so see you soon. Thanks for looking in. It's great having you here. You're sitting right beside me. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, sitting there right beside me, chatting away, chewing the cud, talking about daring inverted passes, or even the right way up. Anyway, so I'll leave it there, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, let's go. Start building that fuzz cliff. This is end grain, so we put lots on. Oh well, never mind. It goes in there like that, flush with that. I'm going to move that up till it's, oh, it is perfect, nearly perfect.